Yo, what's up guys? So in this video I'm gonna be talking about something that's really sad and depressing. I don't think there is a way to solo fallen mode anymore. I'm not saying it's impossible, but for now I haven't been able to find a way. And the footage that you guys are watching right now is the best attempt of mine. I've tried over 15 times. I've tried maybe 20 times. And I've come to a point where I'm just like, yeah, there's so many different factors why this is probably not possible right now. And I don't think I want to waste any more time because I already spent like hours trying to solo and I've gotten kind of close but not really. So yeah, let's talk about some of the factors why the fallen mode is close to impossible right now. These reasons are not in any particular order, so let's start with the first one. The first one is that Outlaw has no hidden detection. Like, this is so sad. Outlaw hasn't had hidden detection for a while, but this is literally one of the biggest reasons why it's more or less impossible to solo Fallen. If Outlaws had hidden detection, I would be able to easily solo on quite a few different maps actually. It's just at the Shadow boss, or Shadow, whatever the zombie is called, at wave 24 or so, that has around 720 HP. You can't really counter that with Outlaws because Outlaws do not have hidden detection. So you would have to use a different tower, but if you tried using an archer is just simply not strong enough. If you use the Golden Scout, it works on toy board, but the biggest problem with Golden Scout is later waves. At wave 40, they just simply do not have enough DPS to deal with the Fallen King. They're super cheap, super cost efficient, they're really good, and up until wave 40. Like, Golden Scout is literally perfect. I thought I was able to solo with it, but no, I couldn't because of wave 40. Because Fallen King has way too much HP to solo, and I feel like one of the things that could be changed is if the Fallen King had maybe 100,000 HP, right, instead of 150 just for solo. I think that solo triumph might be possible. No, actually that's definitely possible if it had 100,000, because for this attempt, this is the last attempt that I tried, Fallen King, spoiler alert, had only about 38,000. So if it had 100,000, it's definitely triumphable. But because it has 150,000, it's just so much HP considering a lot of the changed stuff in the game. And then the second reason is that farm placement limit is only 6. This is really annoying because if the farms had a placement limit of 10, I'm confident, like I'm really confident that I would be able to triumph. But the biggest reason I couldn't triumph was that I just did not have enough money to place down 40 troops. It's literally impossible with the current setup that I have in this footage to place down 40 maxed troops by wave 40, or like even during wave 40, because since the map is not long enough, which I will be talking about in the next point, you just simply won't have enough time to actually even place down 40 towers, and let alone max them. So it's super frustrating and annoying that the farm placement limit is only 6. If it were just 4 more, I'm pretty sure that I would be able to triumph it. Now the next point is that there is no one perfect map. What I mean by perfect map, a while ago there was a map called Autumn Falling. I mean, there still is, just a reworked version of it. The map that I'm looking for is a map that has really good lane coverage by the towers. So kind of like in toy board, except toy board isn't perfect because you can't really cover the outlaws with their commanders. I mean, you could, but you can't really cover all 10 of them perfectly with 3 different commanders. So the perfect map would be a cliff space that allows 10 outlaw placements on the same cliff, and at the same time you're able to cover the surrounding lanes with your ground units, right? That would be the perfect map. And so for that reason, Autumn Falling was a perfect map in my opinion, and toy board is not a perfect map because the lane coverage by the towers is really good because it has many turns, but the outlaw placement isn't perfect. So it's really good, it's one of the best, but it's still not good enough. Now the next point is going to be tower nerfs. Minigunner was actually kind of nerfed. Level 2 used to be more cost efficient, or the most cost efficient, but level 3 is not the most cost efficient, so it's kind of annoying. Cowboy was just nerfed to the freaking ground, so it's kind of useless. Well, I should say Golden Cowboy. I think with Golden Cowboy I probably would have been able to triumph, but or with the old one. Now that it's nerfed, it's almost impossible. And so yeah, it's just that tower nerfs make it so much harder. And then next point is gonna be harder waves. Waves are a lot harder compared to before. Like before, when people were able to solo, like every single wave, you wanna push your towers to the absolute limit so you can farm as much as possible earlier waves. And then your goal should be, honestly, when you're trying to solo, your goal should be to max your farms as fast as you possibly can, so that you can max your outlaws really fast and then max the remainder of your towers. But because the waves are harder, you're gonna have a much harder time actually doing that, which is gonna lead to your towers being maxed out a lot later than you plan to, which is gonna result in obviously you not being able to solo. And then the next point is lower base HP. The base HP equation is kind of weird now. It used to be 100. So base HP used to be 100 if you were level 0. So, and if you were level anything, the base HP would be 100 plus whatever your level is. So for example, if you were leveled 100, the total base HP would be 200, right? 100 plus your level. But now it's not even close. My level is nearly 300, it's 299. So the base HP should be close to 400, but it's half of that. So that's one of the smaller reasons why fallen mode is even more difficult, because you don't have as much base HP as you used to before, so you can't really farm the earlier waves more. But it's only a minor reason, it's not that important. But yeah, those are all the reasons. Obviously not every reason, I mean there might be more reasons out there, but those are, in my opinion, some of the most important reasons. Outlaws not having, you know, hidden detection, farm having a placement limit of 6. There's not a single perfect map with perfect coverage by the outlaws and your ground troops, your commanders being able to cover every single outlaw, etc. The tower nerfs are also really annoying, and then the waves being a lot more difficult than before is also annoying. And then lower base HP, the base equation has completely changed, so your total base HP is going to be lower than before, and then even possibly more. So yeah, basically as a conclusion, I think that I don't want to say it's impossible. I mean, it's not like solo Badlands where it's literally impossible, but or like solo dead ahead challenge without the use of like crazy towers like War Machine or whatever, or like you cheating, you know. I don't want to say that it's impossible, because it's possible that I haven't found the perfect map yet, but for now I think that it's nearly impossible, unless, you know, any of the points that I brought up is changed for the better. It's gonna remain the same. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna be able to solo Fallen King unless, you know, someone with like an Einstein brain comes up with like some genius strat, you know. Unless that's the case, yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. But yeah, hope you guys liked the video, and if you guys know of like any other reason why the fallen mode is close to impossible, you know, besides the ones that I've listed, let me know in the comment section below, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.